Center Arts District. 3 days, 15 stages, and more than 100 performances featuring legends Common and Pete Rock, Patti LaBelle, and De La Soul. Also R&B stars Lucky Day, Leon Thomas, and Leela James. Jazz greats Branford Marsalis, Pedrito Martinez, and the Baylor Project, and of course funk masters John Medeski, the SOS Band, and Carl Denson. Plus Maddie artist in residence STL's very own Keon Harold. Enjoy live music, art exhibits, carnival rides, food trucks, and more. Hear from thought leaders across music, art, tech, and innovation, and see community curation by Shakespeare Festival of St. Louis, The Walls Off Washington, Poetry Motion, Pack Dance, and more. Meet us at the intersection of art and life in the heart of Midtown St. Louis. Purchase festival passes now at MaddieSTL.org.
The Lou Information Station presents Art City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, good morning. Welcome into the show. 6:05 is the time. It is September 10th. Boy, September 11th tomorrow, 24-year anniversary.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Joe and I were just talking about that. Glad you guys are with us today. We are Art City Now. It is is it Wednesday today already?
It is.
Wednesday. The week is flying by for me again, buddy.
Yeah, same.
What's going on with you guys today? What's happening throughout your area in the St. Louis area? Your areas, your towns, your communities, you name it. Let us know. Let's talk. That's what we do here. Jumping on the show, X, Facebook, YouTube. That's where you can stream us. Also, LouInfo.com. You can do that again, LouInfo.com. Pro Joe's alongside. Greg is here as well. Glad he's here. National Days on this Wednesday, September 10th. You knew we do some of those things. National Swap Ideas Day. National Swap Ideas Day.
We do that pretty much every day.
National TV Dinner Day. Okay. National Port Wine Day. National Anti-Junk Light Day. National Quiet Day. I like that. Well, I'll just be quiet and enjoy the peace of silence.
That's bad radio.
Sometimes. But they also have the dramatic pause. I learned that from Jim Rome when I was early on in my life. He would talk and then just stop. And you're like, did he stop talking? And then he'd pick back up. If I don't like birthdays, I really don't say them. Colin Firth, 65. Ryan Phillippe. You know what Ryan Phillippe's claim to fame is?
Mm-mm.
At one point, he was married to Reese Witherspoon.
Mm.
You didn't know that.
That's his claim to fame, huh?
Yeah. Who's Joe Perry, 75?
Oh, he's a guitarist for Aerosmith.
That's right. That's where I knew it.
Yeah.
Bill O'Reilly, 76. Randy Johnson, the 6'10" pitcher from the major leagues. Okay, they're your birthdays. We got it going on today. We do all things St. Louis all the time. Like, subscribe, share the show, jump in on the show. If you want to, you can do it. Join the chat line just like Greg did. X, YouTube, Facebook. Once again, that's X, YouTube, and Facebook. We will talk. We will get everything going on. We will figure it out. We got a lot going on today as well. All right, you can join the show. And as well, let people know, pass it on, what we're doing. We like to do that as well. We like to figure out all of those situations, to find out what's happening throughout the area. We don't know everything all the time.
So we like to think we do.
No, I don't. No. I've learned. No, I don't. No. Pro Joe does. That's why we call you the expert in so many things. Yeah, I was struggling. I was on the struggle bus this morning, and here's why. I don't know if anybody or who does, if you have allergies or you're severely allergic, but for whatever reason, and I don't know if more people, if this has come up in life, I have 3 children, 2 of them allergic to nothing. I'm allergic to nothing. My ex-wife, their mom, allergic to hardly nothing. Maybe penicillin. Like my kids were allergic to penicillin. Like the other 2 might have been allergic to penicillin. My 3rd child, who it seems like everything has gone perfect for, his entire life. Super athlete, super smart, everything's good, nothing bothers him. Is allergic to just about everything.
Mm.
I mean, and it is, I mean, he has like, if he plays football, it's a problem for him to keep weight on because he can't eat it like any dairy, anything with peas in it, which is most protein products, believe it or not, the things that you learn. Eggs. It's any kind of nuts.
Mm.
I mean, you're like, oh my gosh, what do you? So we're eating, and you just never know. So he was eating some Winty's fries last night. Got him, came home late in the evening. He's like, Dad, my throat's starting to swell up a little bit. He's like, we may need to go to the ER. And I'm like, oh man. And if he says something, you know something's real because he's been dealing with this his entire life. So next thing you know, we're racing out to St. Luke's. He didn't end up. He took the Benadryl. He took 50 milligrams of Benadryl. And eventually it set in. And we were close. But last summer, somebody made him some food, didn't realize there were nuts in it. We had to race him to a hospital out in Lake St. Louis. And then he had to get, but see, the thing is, he didn't have his EpiPen with him. And I know that's stupid.
Just getting ready to say that kid needs to carry an EpiPen.
He had all the time. He left it at school. And then go figure the night that it happens. But anyway, it takes up your time. And I'm like, my gosh, I'm exhausted. Struggling because I was up with him for a long time last night.
Now, I will tell you that the liquid version of Benadryl works faster when it comes to a food allergy that you've, swallowed.
Really? Okay.
Oh, yeah. No, I used to be deathly allergic to poultry. So like chicken, turkey, Thanksgiving was a nightmare for me.
Oh.
Yeah. And I used to have to always have Benadryl on hand. But I will tell you that around the age of 21, they say every 7 years your cells regenerate in your body and your chemistry of your body changes. So,
well, I don't think his is changing any better.
At the age of 21, I was able to eat poultry again. It just magically went away.
No, that's my hope. That is definitely my hope.
He may grow out of it. There is hope.
Charlie jumps in. I'm just curious if you're dealing with these situations, if people around you, because I've never, I'm still wondering, and I could be wrong. I mean, I was like, was it from the shots we got him? Was it from, and I'm not trying to get political and medical. I was just like, how did he get this if he got all of his shots and the other kids didn't? Charlie says, what a scary moment. I've been through this with my oldest son. He still has severe allergies, and it's always concerning whatever he eats. I feel for you, Vic. My friend, and all the best to you. I appreciate you, Charlie. Thank you very much. I feel for anybody that has to go through this stuff. I mean, he has to carry around a freaking EpiPen everywhere he goes, ask what's in this, what's in that, figure out, okay, can I eat this? Can I eat that? Was this cooked in peanut oil? Some of the scholarship offers he had, I may have talked about this on the previous show.
Yeah.
Army, Air Force, Navy, all offered him for football, full ride scholarships. And then they found out he had a peanut allergy, and they're like, wait a second. You're going to have to do something called the Peanut Challenge before we can officially offer you that, because all of the service academies cook their food in peanut oil. And when you're eating there, you're eating at their facilities.
Right.
So Army, Navy, Air Force, they all cook it in peanut oil. Maybe the Marines, but they don't have a football team. So, but I always said if the Marines had a football team, it'd be the bad mother truckers. I can tell you that. 15-yard penalties every play for unsportsmanlike conduct. I'm kidding. So I was like, oh, and then one of his teammates last year, one of the best football players and baseball players in the area, young man by the name of Brian Gould, was all signed, sealed, ready to go to West Point. And then all this summer, they stopped him. They stopped it in July. He was going there on scholarship to play baseball. Because guess what? He had a peanut allergy.
That's ridiculous.
But the thing that surprised me last night is, and I love my Winty's and Ben, he had the steak fries before. Had steak fries and wings. The same barbecue wings he eats when he gets wings. And he's had the steak fries 2 or 3 times in the past. No issues. But all of a sudden last night, steak fries were an issue.
It had to be something that was fried in the same oil,
But
unfortunately.
they said they cooked their clams.
hmm
They cooked their other fish, like their fried fish
Mm-hmm.
and shrimp, fried shrimp, all in the same oil.
So,
But he loves fish. That's
yeah,
one
he
of the
should-
few things that we've been able to eat over the years.
yeah. Well, maybe it's the shellfish shrimp, because I know a lot of people have allergies for that. Maybe he doesn't. I don't know.
Like the shellfish.
Yeah, it's a good possibility. You can be allergic to shellfish and not be allergic to like freshwater fish.
Yeah. I mean, but I was like, the whole thing is just bizarre.
Yeah. Yep. Allergies are definitely. Yeah.
But I don't know. But the other thing is, I don't know. And I pray that somehow, some way, he's able to grow out of it, because it is not a fun deal. It's not a good deal to deal with every day.
I do know that if he goes to an allergist, there are ways that they can. I think there's ways that they can help his allergy.
Well, yeah, but his mom told me last night, we're looking for a new food allergist too. Just what can we do? We've looked for proteins. He couldn't eat proteins. They've got some plant-based proteins, which are decent, but even the plant-based proteins have peas. They're made with peas. Had no idea that many of the proteins were made with peas.
Well, peas are packed with protein, so peas are a good
Peas
source
are?
of protein. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Mhm.
But anyway, I appreciate you sharing your story, Charlie, about what your son goes through. I was curious what he was allergic to, if you're still listening. Anyway, I just, there's Charlie jumping in as I was saying something. Charlie says, you'd think with our times now, we would change the way we produce our foods, knowing that it's harmful to our children and our communities. And we still do it just because it's cheaper oil. Great point. My son has over 200 allergies. My Lord, including shellfish. It is terrible. I wish the schools and restaurants would practice different methods of cooking with oils instead of just being concerned with the expense. I believe that everyone would be more than happy, to pay the difference to avoid these situations with our families. Yeah, just your opinion, Charlie. Yeah, and I think everybody agrees with you too, especially because you don't want to go through this. My son went through it last summer. We've gone through it tons of times. When he was 9 months old, that's when we realized he had it. I was literally sitting. We were in town visiting people. I'll never forget it, over in Winghaven.
Mm-hmm.
I had him sitting on the counter. I'm holding him as a dad. He's sitting on the counter. And all of a sudden, his mom was across the table. Vic, what's going on? And I looked down, and his whole face was swollen. There was a bowl of peanuts sitting right next to him. And we had no idea. No idea as a 9-month-old. So then obviously you're freaking out. You're trying to shove Benadryl down, get to the hospital, get an EpiPen, and so forth. And the rest is history. 17 years of that BS.
Now, I will say that restaurants do have options. They could always cook with beef tallow. When's the last time you heard somebody who was allergic to beef?
Never.
Now, there are people who are allergic to beef, but they get it. Apparently, ticks can spread this.
That's a great point again.
Yeah.
Why can't restaurants use beef tallow?
Well,
There's nothing stopping them, right?
that with the whole vegan movement.
What do you mean the whole vegan movement?
Well, that's where that's when they started using seed oils, because
Really?
beef tallow is made from beef fat.
Yeah, but vegetable oil shouldn't be an issue, should it?
Well, it's a seed oil.
It is a seed oil.
All seed oils are bad.
Is it just because beef tallow is, and I'd love to hear from restaurant owners, is it just because it's more expensive? Why couldn't you is beef tallow, is it going to taste the same?
It does taste slightly different, but I think it's a better flavor. I mean, yeah.
Okay, because we're learning now about some of those things. I don't know. I just know that.
But I will say that beef tallow doesn't have a flavor, so it's not like it has a potent flavor that's going to change the flavor of the food.
Yeah, I mean, you never know where the show's going to go. We put together rundowns and things from that standpoint, and then you kind of go off the beaten path sometimes. It was just something that I dealt with. I was exhausted. Exhausted. I didn't sleep last night, and it's because of my son. And you have to go through some of those things sometimes. Maybe it would have been better, but still, even if he had his EpiPen, he's still having to hit himself again with an EpiPen.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, I tell you what, when I was so nervous, I still remember. I might go back 17 years ago or 16 years ago when he was 9 months old. When that happened, I can't remember. We had an EpiPen with us, or they said he could have been designated for having an allergy. But whatever it was, whenever we got an EpiPen, I stuck him, and I stuck him so hard I broke the needle.
Oh,
I was like,
poor kid.
I mean, I was, I've always,
Yeah,
I
get it. I mean,
I've been affectionately called Wreck-It Ralph. I haven't necessarily been a very graceful person in my life.
yeah.
I'm very rough and tumble and rough and tough and tumble. Kind of bounce. That's the way I played football. I just bounce off stuff. My position coach, when I was playing tight end, he goes, "You're like a little pinball." Actually, it's like you're like a big pinball. You just bounce off things and you just keep rolling down. My mom called me T-Rex.
Oh my God.
He's like, "You look like a dinosaur. You had big old legs and short arms." And you're But anyway, I just blasted him with that thing. And he's screaming. And then it's just like, I hate it. Anybody has to deal with allergies or anything from that standpoint. Greg did say.
But he's still alive. That's the important part.
He's tough as hell, tough as nails. Greg says, I was allergic to whatever was in the spring and fall air. Would have all that sinus stuff. Then around 25, bam, gone. And I never had any allergies of any kind. And in the last 15 years, I've picked up stuff from outside and whatever. Not good. You know where I felt the best? Was down in Arizona. When I visited Arizona, nothing. I was like, oh, this is what breathing is like.
That's the way I feel in Florida.
Although when I've got the sinus stuff that I've had recently, I was reintroduced to Afrin, and that stuff is freaking amazing.
Be careful. That stuff's addicting.
I know. That's what I hear. It's good stuff. I want to use it. I'm going to be addicted to it. I'm kidding. Arch City now, guys. Thanks for jumping in on the show today. Not to get bored with allergy stuff and what people are dealing with in the St. Louis area. Coming up on the show. Cards lost last night. We'll get into that. Wanted to get Joe's opinion on the $1 billion hemp industry. It's a big story that's been going on in the St. Louis area. Should it be considered like marijuana and be sold in dispensaries? That's a big question that's going on right now. Cracker Barrel, at least they're not Bud Lighting it. They're not trying to double down. They're like the old meme. Yeah, we effed up with Bradley Cooper. Yeah, we effed up. Give Vic the honey speech, Joe. I don't know what the honey speech is, but
I know that I'm an advocate for raw honey.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, but my voice has gotten better. Slowly but surely, we've gotten better. What's going on with Coke, as in Coca-Cola? Shutting down a $50 million plant.
I'll tell you.
Oh, of course you will. I love it. We'll get into that. Of course you know. One poll and Amazon Food put together the best pizza in 25 cities. St. Louis was on the list, and it is not Emo's. It's not Emo's. We'll tell you what that is. I thought this was an interesting story, too, today. No matter where you are, where you're growing up, where you live, St. Louis, around the country, the eBay CEO, and I know it's self-serving, but said you may be shocked how much money you have sitting in your house. Meaning how much you could go sell right now.
I was going to say, I can tell you how much money's there.
Your house, grandma's house, your parents' house, if they're not doing anything with things just sitting there. Trinkets and so forth. We'll get into that. Real estate tax freeze. Would it be a good thing in the state of Missouri? It could kill schools and school district. That's a big subject in the St. Charles County area right now. How about a family? We'll tell you about a family that's had how long it's been since they had a girl in the family. A girl. This will blow your mind. A girl. All boys. The amount of time, the amount of years will absolutely blow your mind. Another restaurant in the St. Louis area be named a top 50 by the New York Times. This one's in Maplewood. That's right. Opened in March. We can get into that. There's also a new Girl Scout cookie. Are those healthy to eat again?
No.
I've heard bad things about Girl Scout cookies, and I'm not trying to rip the Girl Scouts. It just, there's been many, many reports. And I even think RFK, as part of his Make America Healthy again movement, the Maha movement. I think they've even called out Girl Scout cookie.
Mm-hmm.
But Girl Scout responded with another one.
Yeah, apparently.
And it looks good and it sounds good.
Every last one of them have heavy metals in them, though. I think that's the...
Yeah, that's the report.
Mm-hmm.
That's not us just making that up. That was
Right.
the report that's been out there. Makes you wonder what's going on. Obviously, we'll talk about anything else you guys want to get into. You can jump in on the chat line as other people are. X, Facebook, and YouTube. Love it when you talk with us. You talk with others. We keep it going in the mornings, just getting you up and going throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area every morning. Like, subscribe, share the show. It's 6:24 Central Time where we broadcast. The sun is coming up today, and it is an ominous morning with the sunrise. There's a lot of cloud cover, and the heat has come back. But the heat's been different to me. It's been more of a dry heat. It has not been humid. And you've got temperatures today expected to be like 88, 89. And then after that, 6 to 7 straight days of 90-plus temperatures again as we hit the middle of September. Thought we were in fall, right?
You're right.
Not so fast, my friend, as we've reminded people. Summer goes through September 22nd, and we're going to get every little bit of it, it seems like.
I'm still hanging onto my hoodie, though.
Yeah, no, you may have to take that hoodie off. Or you're going to be sweating, stinking, everything else, Pro Joe.
That'll be your issue now.
Hey,
I'm
why
just
do
kidding.
why do I hear people say the hotter it is, the later in summer, the worse the winter's going to be? Have you heard that? I've heard that recently from a few different people.
I've heard that.
And I don't
before.
understand it. I'm like, really? Why
Yeah.
would that have to have any sort of dealing with anything?
I always heard that if you had super hot summers, you'd have a mild winter. So I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think it's I don't think it's the worse the summer, the worse the winter. I think it's the opposite. I think it goes back and forth. So if the summer's bad, the winter should be good. I don't know. There's no exact science to it.
From the chat line, Greg says local raw honey helps with allergies. Yeah, I've heard that and I've tried to get that. But the other
Because
thing
of the
is,
local pollens,
but if you go, let's say you go to Schnucks or Deerbergs and you start looking at them,
you won't get local
you
honey
don't
there.
get local honey. That's my point. I've gone
Andes.
and looked. Where?
Andes in House Springs. There's a bunch
There's one place.
Well, no, there's a bunch of places, but I know that place sells local honey there for sure.
Andes and House Springs.
Yep. And there's just produce stands. A lot of them have
Yeah, and that
it.
sounds like quite the drive if you don't live out south.
Right. Well, just find a produce stand near you and see if they carry local honey. Most of them do.
Okay, I guess that's fair enough. Those are things that we still have coming up on the show. It's Wednesday, September 10th. 6:27 is the time. If there's anything else that you guys want to talk about, jump in, let us know. Any shout outs? We always love that. People like to use the platform to shout out businesses, people, charities, schools, you name it, whatever. Jump in, talk with us. This is your opportunity.
Yeah. Let us know of any local produce stands near you that you want to shout out.
Local produce in regards to what again? Just
Like vegetables. and-
fresh honey.
Yeah, honey and
Fresh honey. That would be a nice thing.
well, there's a lot of produce stands. I know Andy's. They have a bunch of homemade jams and salsas, and there's all kinds of stuff that's local sourced.
I can't remember what I saw on TikTok. It was like you take a couple teaspoons of honey, you put salt in there,
Mhm.
peak Himalayan salt,
Sea salt, yeah.
and then lemon.
Yep.
And then it does something for you that's absolutely amazing. I don't even know what it is.
Well, I can tell you all those things that you just mentioned are really good, and I could see why it would do good.
Gedekers or Godeeks. I thought he meant Gedekers in
Yeah.
Florissant off Graham Road has local raw honey. Okay, there you go. We appreciate it, guys. You're into Arch City now. Vic Faust here, Pro Joe alongside a host of characters as well. Good morning, Greg and Donna. Charlie, we appreciate it. Charlie, thank you. I God bless you. Have an awesome day. I spent almost 12 years of my life in Michigan,
Mhm.
and I love it. I love St. Louis. I love Michigan. And there's so many really cool spots, but it really is. The two areas remind me a lot of each other. They really do.
Hmm.
It just, Michigan's colder, but it's prettier.
Right.
It's, damn.
There's bigger bodies of water there too.
Real quick, Donna says, Old Wives' Tale. If spiders weave webs early, it will be cold, harsh winter. I think that went away. Okay. Time to take a quick break. We are your Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. Vic Faust here, Projo alongside, jumping on the show. We'll be back with more. We'll get into those stories I was just talking about. We're off and rolling on a Wednesday morning. Happy Hump Day. 6:29 is the time. Back with more right after this.
In your city with Kelly and Gordon. It's the hottest happy hour in STL radio. A high energy, high.
Hey, everybody, it's Dr. Eric Naputi. Hope you're having an amazing day today. Listen, let me ask you a question. Are you just so tired of the system that's broken, the supposed healthcare system that is not helping you? Listen, if you haven't learned anything over the last 5 years, you have to learn how to take care of yourself. Self-care is the real healthcare. Stop relying on the broken system. Stop relying on the system that got us in this problem in the first place. Listen, I'm going to tell you, I want you to go right now to trybiolimitless.com/ArchCityNow. That's trybiolimitless.com/ArchCityNow. Go check out some game-changing formulas that truly have changed the lives of tens of thousands of people already. We've got a detox formula that has been proven to remove heavy metals and microplastics and destroy parasites in the body. We've got a cell signaling formula that helps improve energy, helps the body burn fat. It helps you actually stop those afternoon crashes, gets you off of all the darn caffeine, and stops you from having to use all those energy drinks that are destroying your health. Check out our Master Microbiotics formula that truly helps change the game for gut health. If you're bloated, if you're distended, if you've got issues with chronic pain and inflammation, that formula can help change your life. Not to mention our Neuro Reboot. Listen, if you can't focus, if you can't function, if your brain is just not where it's supposed to be, the Neuro Reboot peptide formula is amazing for you. And listen, if you're trying to shed some weight or put on some muscle, it's time to get your metabolism to reset. Our cellular reset formula can do that. Go to trybiolimitless.com/ArchCity now.
Found in the river at Chippewa Street in South St. Louis on July 17th, 2020. The body was just identified as 42-year-old Jeremy Clemens. They're still investigating it as a suspicious death. A woman whom investigators believe killed her husband in Jefferson County was found dead along Highway WW in Dittmer. Deputies had been looking for Stacey J. Malcolm since August 30th when her husband was found dead in his home. Washington University in St. Louis has plans to transform the historic Goodwill complex into a startup hub for bioscience. The $100 million project known as Catalyst will include a renovated 7-story building with a new 4-story addition. C2N Diagnostics will serve as the anchor tenant. Angela Beer-Free is accused of defrauding the state of more than $21,000 in food stamp benefits between 2022 and 2024. For the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com, I'm Jen Austin.
Now, louinfo.com weather, presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports, anytime, anywhere.
Here's your louinfo.com weather update. Not much going on across our area for the next few days. Things look fair, but the temperatures will be getting pretty hot. High pressure overhead, sunny today, upper 80s on the high. It'll be clear overnight with mid-60s, and then we'll break into the low 90s with sunshine on Thursday, low 90s, and sunny again on Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
St. Louis's new home for the best in sports coverage is STL Sports Central. Find them on YouTube or at stlsportscentral.com. With names like Randy Carricker and Bernie Miklitz leading the way to provide you with the latest news and commentary on all of your favorite St. Louis sports teams, along with great written content and post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. That's STL Sports Central, online or on YouTube.
Join your fellow St. Louis City SC fans at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. All St. Louis area Hot Shots locations are proud to be a part of City on Tap, presented by Michelob Ultra, the official network bringing St. Louis City fans and ice-cold beer together. Catch every exciting moment of the 2025 MLS season at Hot Shots. Since 1990, Hot Shots has championed St. Louis sports and is thrilled to keep the tradition alive for St. Louis City SC. Find the Hot Shots near you at hotshotsnet.com.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life
comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds, not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at LegalBuddyApp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
But it don't get much better than
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show here. Arch City Now, Vic Faust, Projo alongside. Happy Wednesday, September 10th, 6:35 is the time. Thanks for jumping in on the show. Joe, much love to you as well. Joe Zerfla. Much everybody have a blessed day. Exactly. Donna, Greg, exactly. We appreciate it. Also, coming interesting story here. The woolly bear caterpillar has long been a favorite of backyard weather predictors. Did not know this. The wider the brown band in the middle of the caterpillar, the milder the winter will be. Do you really just find caterpillars sitting out all the time?
Right.
It's like, where are you going to go to find your caterpillar?
And what are those bands saying these days, Greg?
Yeah. Literally. When's the last time somebody was hanging out with a caterpillar?
Right.
You don't have caterpillars just hanging out. But I understand it. I love it. I appreciate it. Thanks for jumping in and telling us how we can get ready, get excited.
A woolly bear caterpillar.
Figure out these darn winters that we have and how bad it's going to be or what's going to happen. Thanks for jumping in on the show. Lots to get to as well. Interesting story. If you guys, eBay, I don't know if anybody still sells anything on eBay or if you ever have.
My brother is like a professional on eBay.
Well, their CEO says you may have a little gold mine in your house. I wouldn't go that far as gold mine. Who knows? You may. But he wants people to go into their houses and find treasure to sell. Jamie Lannon sold an average household. He says an average household has between $3,000 to $4,000 worth of stuff that can be sold just right now, just sitting there that people want. It's kind of like an online garage sale, I guess. Are garage sales still happening in the St. Louis area?
Yeah.
Do people still go to garage? That was like a really big 80s thing.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe even 90s. Maybe even that. I just don't know if I see garage sales as much as I used to.
Definitely not as much.
Because you have online. You have the online garage sale.
Right.
Facebook Marketplace.
Yep.
eBay. Others. He says collectibles, even like Pokemon cards. They're hot. He says you can turn your trash into treasure. The gold mine could be closer than you think. He says that AI tools on eBay are helping sellers list more items for sale as well. I don't know what that would mean or entail.
Well, if you have like a whole basement full of stuff, apparently AI can help you list it and get it going.
I love AI, but I don't. As I told you, I typed in like 9 addresses last week that I had to go to from other business.
Mm-hmm.
Like, hey, put it in order of what speed would be best to go to this place, that place. Well, 2 of them were on the same street. It left out one of the addresses. So guess who had to drive back?
Thanks a lot, AI.
He says, quote, this is the eBay CEO. I would like to say the average household has $3,000 to $4,000 worth of stuff that can be sold on eBay, and less than 20% of that is online. That's interesting to me. And so really unlocking all that amazing inventory. Okay, so he says that secondhand items were particularly popular among younger buyers who are invested in sustainability. 40% of the items sold on eBay are used or refurbished. I could see that.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely could see that.
Or it's stuff that fell off a truck.
But the other thing too, though, if you're selling, I mean, if you're going to look, if you're looking to sell something on eBay or Facebook Marketplace, I'm just telling you because I've dealt with this. Everybody wants it way cheaper than what you want to sell it for. I mean, way cheaper. Everybody's looking for free.
It's worse on Marketplace.
Worse on Marketplace. No doubt about it. It can be a total pain in the arse.
Mm-hmm. That's why anytime I list anything, I say firm. The price is firm.
Firm.
Yeah, you're not going to get it. You know, there's no bartering.
So, something to think about. If you have stuff sitting around, check out the old eBay. Using AI, you might be able to put yourself in a better situation. Get rid of something, make some money. Charlie says 100%. Joe says garage sales still very popular in South County. Oh, yeah. Sarah says still a lot of estate sales. Okay. I just have, you know what? I have seen some signs for estate sales. I just haven't seen, I just doesn't seem like I used to see it a lot. Yard signs, garage sale, those sorts of things. Didn't seem like we've seen as many.
And now that you say something, I don't remember seeing a whole lot this summer either.
Not like I used to see.
Yeah. There used to be signs all over neighborhoods when you're driving through.
I don't even remember last time I saw one now.
Right. Yeah, it's got me thinking. It's like, and even in my neighborhood, I haven't seen any.
By the way, check out Charlie's store. Charlie is a master jeweler in the Michigan area. Seriously, you can check his stuff out. You can buy things online, by the way. You don't have to be there in store. Charlie's very trusted. He says, I've experienced this in the past. I've listed a lot of jewelry items. They charge you for the listings, and then unless it sells, the competition fears that you're just feeding into their platform, making them richer. So yeah, I understand. Experienced this in the past. Listed lots of jewelry items that they charge you for. And they charge you for the listings. And then unless it sells, yeah, the competition is feared that you're just feeding into their platform, making them richer for eBay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I understand. I get it.
They got to have their cut.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it is interesting though, if you're trying to go sell, but we try to get all the stories out. I just saw it. eBay CEO trying to put that news out. If it works for you, great. If it doesn't, all good. Just try to cover the stories. If you guys have any other stories like that, feel free to jump in, let us know, share what you guys see and so forth. Because you never know what you may get hit with.
And if you are selling things on Marketplace, like Donna says, be really careful when you have people come to your house to pick things up.
Well, yeah. Yeah. No, I understand. I do. You always have to be careful, but you don't bring anybody inside your house.
Right.
Ever. Unless you have people with you and it's something that they're going to be removing. Like if some mat, like a washer or a dryer or something from that standpoint.
Right.
Yeah, I was talking to Megan yesterday. She needs a new dryer. I was like, just check Facebook Marketplace out. What? I'm like, yeah, they're all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to spend all this money elsewhere, like just check it out, get one. So I'm like, I looked, I was like, there's tons of them. Just go jump in. Go check them out. You can get some stuff there.
You know, there's a couple of places like Goodwill and Habitat for Humanity that have a lot of good stuff that people like, secondhand stuff. Yeah. Like there's a Goodwill off of Manchester. I think it's behind a Sam's or whatever. Anyway, they have like, I mean, we're talking full furniture, like china cabinets and stuff like that. I mean, it's a whole warehouse just full of stuff that people don't want or stuff that they've sold to Goodwill. I guess you can't sell anything to Goodwill. You just
you give it to them.
Yeah.
6:43 is the time. This is Art City now. I'm Vic Faust. That's the voice of Projo. Sometimes you see him, sometimes you hear him. He's just there, and we appreciate him being there.
We have a sunrise today.
Beautiful sunrise. We have a picture of the sunrise to show. Love it. I mean, it is a good. Yeah, there you go. Check in on it. It's a beautiful sun. It really is a beautiful, beautiful sunrise today. Talking about the weather. After today, it's high 80s. Then we're supposed to get 6 to 7 straight days of 90 or above throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. Lots of heat on the way. But it isn't that usual St. Louis muggy, humid heat. It was more of a dry heat. It's been actually glorious and gorgeous if you had a chance to get outside much.
I sat outside on my back porch.
Donna says she really likes Habitat for Humanity. Greg says, my wife's grandpa passed at 93. Lived in his house for nearly 60 years. The things we found while cleaning out his house: complete dash for a 65 Mustang, laser disc player.
The dashboard's got to be worth something.
Laser disc player from 80s TV radio, vacuum tubes, Commodore 64 all set up. Okay, that's kind of cool. Yeah, okay, what's that? eBay is cool, though I find many treasures at the antique store and reasonable prices. Okay. Of course, all kinds of places where you can go and do some of those things. It's pretty damn cool. You can find some of those things. We've been talking about allergies. Are people allergic to anything? Have you or your kids or loved ones had to go through any of the situations regarding any allergic situations, allergic reactions? What seems to be a thing that people have been allergic for? Have you seen things change? Also, eBay now, their CEO saying every house has an average of $3,000 to $4,000 worth of items that they could probably sell today. So there you go. You have some time. Make some money before 9 o'clock. Go for it. Get online and sell it.
Get rid of that stuff that's in your way.
Some other news and headlines, things that have been going on. Cracker Barrel is not Bud Lighting themselves. They are trying. They Bud Lighted themselves at first. But now they're planning on renovating more of their restaurants. They had renovated some of the locations with the lighter colored walls and had the fewer antiques. But now they're halting those plans to renovate. There's like, now we're going to go back to how it used to be. We've lost almost $200 million.
All they need now is Shane Gillis to do their commercials, just like Bud Light.
ProJet's a great idea. I could already see him like walking. Well, I'm back. Another company called me up. We need to do some damage control. I could already see him coming in. Like maybe, you know what? Sometimes you need to just lean into things.
Mm-hmm.
Just lean into it. Don't like, oh my God, no, but it's like, no, just lean into it.
Admit your fault.
We're human. We make mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
Lean into it. The CEO of Cracker Barrel should do ads. Like literally, she should come out and say, listen, I beep up. No, I really beeped up. And I can admit it. We had a great brand. Don't forget about Cracker Barrel. Continue to try us. This idea of taking old, what was his name, Cooter or whatever. What was his name?
Oh, God.
I can't remember his name.
Herschel? Uncle Herschel?
Cooter. Cecil, whatever. I mean, we should have never taken him off. I beeped up. Those ads resonate with people. Just being real. What were you giving me?
10 minutes.
You're giving me a 10-minute heads up?
I'm just,
We could cover 100 things in 10 minutes. I got you. Thank you, though, buddy. I mean, seriously, that's what Cracker Barrel should do. Don't just say, oh, we're redoing we're going to stop it. Go do it. Do it with Shane Gillis or something. People would laugh. So don't think we're changing it too much. We screwed up. Don't everybody tries to run and hide. Don't say anything. Be quiet. That's what PR firms. These consultants are arses. I'm just telling you. Not all of them. Many of them. Oh no, we're too proud. Just be human. Be normal. Be natural. That's what Cracker Barrel should be doing.
They really need Shane Gillis. I think that it would turn things around for him and actually make them more popular than they were before.
That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
If you lean into that stuff,
Yep.
and it's like, okay. But everybody wants to be too high and mighty and highbrow.
Mm-hmm. You're
Cracker
just not
Barrel.
ready for our good idea yet.
Hire Projo and I will put together this ad campaign.
Yeah.
Give us the budget, and I promise you'll love what you see.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that difficult. I mean, people make mistakes. It's all right. Apologize. Move on. Get better. But they're like, no, we're Cracker Barrel.
Accountability is a good look.
So Cracker Barrel's going, but they're like, we're stopping the whole renovation. We put the old logo back. Please, please, please come back. Please come back. They said, you've shared your voices in recent weeks, not just on the logo, but also on our restaurants. And we have suspended the renovation plans. Okay, but guess what? Many people aren't hearing that story.
Suspended. We're not ready for their good idea yet, is what they're saying.
They experimented with the new restaurant design in 4 of its 660 locations and said it does not reflect what we want. I don't think so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man, that's some good stuff. I mean, literally, let's ruin iconic brands that go all the way back to the 60s. Literally, just somebody tell her, if you know her, the CEO, go tell her to do some commercials. Something along those lines.
It's like taking the clown out of McDonald's. Uncle Herschel, he's the face of the
I don't
company.
really see the clown in McDonald's.
You don't see Ronald McDonald?
Not anymore.
Eh.
And he's freaky. I'm sorry, the clowns are are
sure.
a little weird for people. You know that.
Oh yeah.
I've never understood the clown. It's kind of weird. I thought they've gone away from Ronald.
Yeah. I
The
don't
golden
see him very
arches.
much. Yeah.
If they like switched the golden arches or just went to like a new McDonald's, like a fancy McDonald's sign with no golden arches. Now, I could do without the clown. I'm sorry.
Well, they kind of, I guess.
I don't like clowns.
I guess they did kind of do it to McDonald's. They literally turned McDonald's into some they took the play place away. Now it's just this boxy, plain looking building,
Donna says she's collecting old radios. Getting back to our eBay talk. Says eBay has a lot, but antique stores outdo eBay. Interesting.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, there you go. Also, as I read that, 6:51 is the time. We take you to 8 o'clock every day here on Arch City Now. All things St. Louis all the time. Jumping on the show, Facebook, X, and YouTube. You can chat with us on the podcast platform. That is the People's Podcast platform. You can let us know there. Like, subscribe, share the show. Let us know stories that are going on. We appreciate it when you guys jump in. You can catch us on those podcast platforms live and also on 590 AM throughout the St. Louis metropolitan area. So Cracker Barrel trying to get back in line as they should be. Now, this was an interesting story that I saw. Projo, get your information ready to go. When it comes to Coca-Cola, they're shutting down a $50 million U.S. plant. Mass layoffs are confirmed. They employ 300 people. This is in Massachusetts. I have no idea how. I thought Coca-Cola would be doing well.
Oh, no. They just made a big
And
mistake.
so that facility is worth $20 million. It's helped that city. I mean, literally, they provided a quarter of the city's water and sewer revenue. And then now they have an issue. I mean, that they've been there since 95. And now there's industry-wide trends that put pressure on the bottling operations as well. So now they've got some issues that they're trying to deal with. They announced plans to close it back in 2021, but it continued to do well. But now I mean, it's crazy what's happening, I guess. Is Coca-Cola losing money?
I don't know if they're losing money. However, they probably should be at this point.
Why do you think, or why were you saying that? You were surprising me when you were talking about Coke earlier. Like,
they made a huge mistake. They remember when they took the coca leaf out of Coca-Cola. They changed the formula.
Yeah,
okay.
But I don't know what year that was.
I don't know what year it was.
I
either.
thought that was quite some time ago.
They just changed their formula again.
Okay.
And I would assume it's because it probably had a lot of things in there that RFK Jr. is about to take out. So they changed their formula. And now a popular opinion is that it tastes less carbonated. It doesn't taste the same. They said that it was going to be the same, same great taste, blah, blah, blah. They always say that. However, it's like they're not putting enough carbonation in it anymore. It tastes like Pepsi. A lot of people are saying it tastes like Pepsi now.
Yeah, but some people like Pepsi better than Coke.
Yeah, but if you like
Sweeter,
Coke, you don't want
sweeter.
Pepsi. Yeah, it's sweeter and less carbonated.
So when did all this go down? I had no idea, Projo.
I think we reported on it.
Did we?
Yeah, but it was just like a footnote kind of thing because we talked about the whole cocaine thing and then it just moved on.
So they need to actually get the cocaine leaf back in there.
Oh, absolutely. I think that's popular opinion.
Okay. I get it. I see where you're going.
I mean, they just need to stop messing with like their formula. I mean, if it's got good things in it, don't touch it.
Well, a lot of times you try to mess with things. I get it.
Yeah, but
or price or whatever may be the case.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so Cracker Barrel doing what they're doing.
If it isn't broke, don't fix it, people. Stop it.
Coca-Cola, maybe having some issues from that standpoint. Sometimes brands just they can screw themselves up. You don't need to do that, but there's a lot of brands that don't. This is Art City Now. Glad you guys are with us. We're here till 8 o'clock. By the way, Hot Take Central 2.0 follows us every day, Monday through Friday, 8 to 10 o'clock. Cam Jansen, the former St. Louis Blues getting ready to kickstart their season coming up. And Jim the Cat Hayes, the Cardinals broadcaster. So you can catch them. Lots of good interviews, sports, entertainment, you name it. You get that every day from 8 to 10 o'clock. Also, we have a Mizzou show, an SEC show. That's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do the Monday show. So you've got that today at 10 o'clock as well. For all the programming, go to luinfo.com. Once again, luinfo.com. And by the way, the Blues NHL preseason, I mean, that kickstarts September 20th in Dallas already. I mean, you're 10 days away from the first preseason games. That's how close we are to Blues hockey. And I know a lot of people in the St. Louis area are really looking forward to the Blues, especially with what's happened with the baseball season that we've had. All right, still to come, we'll talk about the local pizza place that was voted best pizza in St. Louis, the top pizza place actually in the St. Louis area. It's not Emo's. That according to Amazon Food in one poll. A restaurant in the Maplewood area voted top 50 restaurant in the country by the New York Times. We'll get into that. We'll tell you what kind of Girl Scout cookie they have if you're interested. I don't think I told you that. Plus, Projo's here. I'm Vic Faust, Arch City Now. We are your Lou information station. We're live and on demand at luinfo.com. Plus, we'll get into the hemp versus marijuana situation. Back with more right after this.
Is diabetes keeping you from enjoying life's special moments? At US Med, we understand the challenges you face, and we're here to help.
With US Med, I can finally manage my diabetes without it managing me.
US Med offers a wide range of services to simplify your diabetes care. Personalized care plans, convenient access to cutting-edge diabetes and knowledgeable support. Plus, we'll check your insurance so your diabetes care may be covered at little or no cost to you.
With US Med, I feel confident and control of my diabetes. I can finally live my life to the fullest.
Don't let diabetes hold you back. Choose US Med and experience better birthdays, better adventures, better anniversaries, and better everything. Call now. US Med. Better service, better care. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. 800-891-6335. That's 800-891-6335.
The Maddie Festival and Conference is back. September 12th through the 14th in the Grand Center Arts District. 3 days, 15 stages, and more than 100 performances featuring legends Common and Pete Rock, Patti LaBelle, and De La Soul. Also R&B stars Lucky Day, Leon Thomas, and Leela James. Jazz greats Branford Marsalis, Pedrito Martinez, and the Baylor Project, and of course funk masters John Medeski, the SOS Band, and Carl Denson. Plus Maddie artist in residence STL's very own Keon Harold. Enjoy live music, art exhibits, carnival rides, food trucks, and more. Hear from thought leaders across music, art, tech, and innovation, and see community curation by Shakespeare Festival of St. Louis, The Walls Off Washington, Poetry Motion, Pack Dance, and more. Meet us at the intersection of art and life in the heart of Midtown St. Louis. Purchase festival passes now at MaddieSTL.org.
Broadcasting live from the J. Randolph Jr. Studios, this is the Lou Information Station, KLIS 590 AM, Wood River, St. Louis.
USA Radio News, I'm John Summers. The Trump administration suing illegal aliens with deportation orders who do not self-deport.
There is a 1996 law that allows the government to issue fines to migrants who have received orders to leave but ignore them. The fines include between $100 and $500 for each unlawful entry or attempted entry, and up to $998 per day for up to 5 years. The fines were reportedly first used during Mr. Trump's first term in 2017, but rescinded by President Biden. I'm Jim Roop.
Trump administration officials indicate federal investigations are underway after a fatal stabbing on a public metro in Charlotte. Last month's murder of Ukrainian refugee Irina Zarutska caught the attention of FBI Director Kash Patel and Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, who both say their agencies are investigating. The two officials are signaling the incident can have implications far beyond North Carolina, with Duffy even suggesting federal transportation funding is at risk for cities that don't work to curb violence on public transit. Newly revised job growth figures are adding to concerns about the nation's economy. The Labor Department said Tuesday revisions to non-farm payrolls showed 911,000 fewer jobs than estimated were created for the year prior to March 2025. The size of the drop surprised many experts following a weak jobs report for July. The latest signs of weakness in the labor market adds to the pressure on the Federal Reserve to cut interest rates. A secretly taped debate in a Texas A&M classroom apparently led to firings. It showed a student confronting her professor about transgender content in a course on children's literature. It went viral thanks to conservative state lawmakers. The school's president said both the dean and department head will be removed. From America's News Network, USA Radio News.
Let's see, if something costs less, a lot less, but people are actually happier with it, that sounds like something to look into. And that's MetaShare. Maybe you've heard joining MetaShare can save you or your family up to $500 a month. And that's huge, but it's also true. People are just happier with it. They love being part of something that reflects and promotes their values and what they believe in. MetaShare works too. It's been around for 30 years now, and members have shared more than $7 billion of each other's bills. People love having telehealth and a huge nationwide PPO network. You can save a ton and like it better. Imagine being happy with how you're taking care of your health care, whether you're self-employed or part of the gig economy, or you just want a plan that you're happy with. Here you go. You can call right now and get a price within 2 minutes. A very smart use of 2 minutes. Here's the number you need. It's 855-SHARE-40. 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 855-SHARE-40.
We interrupt this program for an on-the-spot news report.
News reports on the Lou Information Station are presented by Brown and Crouppen. 222-2222.
Who needs a vacation? Are you ready for an unforgettable getaway? Start packing your bags because Branson, Missouri, the vacation and entertainment capital of the U.S., is calling your name. For just $99 per person, here's what you get. A full 3-day, 2-night stay in a luxury resort hotel, a delicious full breakfast buffet every morning you're here, and when you call right now, free show tickets worth up to $100. That's right, free show tickets to an award-winning show on us. You don't have to leave the country for an amazing vacation. You can drive or fly to Branson and have an incredible time. Whether you bring in the whole family or just planning a romantic escape, this trip is built for you. We guarantee you'll love Branson. This is not a timeshare. It's just an unbeatable vacation deal for only $99 per person. You book now, you can use your tickets anytime this year. You don't even need to know your travel dates to lock in the special price. Hurry, because this offer won't last long. Call our Branson vacation experts today.
800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. 800-497-7198. That's 800-497-7198.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco use $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. 800-803-1961. That's 800-803-1961.
The Lou Information Station presents Arch City Now with Vic Faust.
Hey guys, welcome back into the show. Vic Faust here, Projo alongside. Arch City Now, Monday through Friday, 6 to 8 a.m. 7:05 is the time. It's September 10th. Yeah, tomorrow, 24 years since 9/11. Talk more about that tomorrow, obviously. Never forget that. That's for sure. Anybody who's affected never does. Beautiful morning. Clouds are out this morning. The sun is rising. It's going to be another warm day, as you heard. High 80s today, maybe 89. Who knows? Maybe we'll get to 90 throughout the St. Louis area. But then after that, 6 to 7 straight days of 90 plus days. But the difference, the 90 is different in September, I think, right now than it is in June or July.
Oh,
or
for
August.
sure. Yeah.
Not as humid. And it seems like in the evening times, it cools down a little bit quicker and nicer. It was just gorgeous to be outside last night. Glad when you guys jump into the show. Charlie says, hate to leave the show. Have a wonderful day. Got to get to work. All the best, Vic, and your colleagues. We appreciate it. Tony says, LGB, let's go Blues. We were just talking about that because Blues play. I mean, literally, the Blues play their first preseason game 10 days from today in Dallas. The Blues are back, baby. It is coming back. Speaking of the Blues, Greg says Pat Maroon has come out of retirement. Okay.
Now, wasn't he a hometown hero when we won?
Yeah, from Oakville.
Wasn't he relatively new?
The pride of
he
Oakville.
Retired?
No, he's been around for a long time.
Yeah, but he came out of retirement. I didn't know he retired. I'm sorry.
Maybe retired, came back.
Interesting.
Greg says recently Mexican Coke was busted for using corn syrup versus sugar, but still labeled it as sugar. Yep. All about the bottom line, which we were talking about earlier. Money, 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 money. Shouldn't be surprised with what you see there. That's for sure. 7:07 is the time. Jump in on Facebook, X, and YouTube, however you want. Like, subscribe, share the show. Let people know what we do. You can chat with us, chat with others. Love it when you guys jump in as we get St. Louis up and going in the mornings. Okay. Cardinals lost last night, 5-3. 2 straight that they've lost in Seattle. They're 2 games under 500 this season. Coming to an end. Coming to an end. Oh, Greg says, yeah, the rumors he signed with Detroit. I just haven't had a chance to look at it yet. He's a winner. Pat Maroon's a winner. I mean, everywhere he goes, teams win. And he kind of fits the spots and he fills out those rosters very well. Donna says she wants to wear a hockey tee. That's right. Go ahead and get it. Also, Mizzou news. We did a lot of Mizzou football on Monday, but The awards are now coming in. Mizzou's quarterback, Bo Pribula, is now on some early Heisman watch list, which is big. Also, he was named the Maxwell Player of the Week for his outing against Kansas. Tight end Brett Norfleet went to St. Joseph Cottleville as a kid, went to Francis Howell at Mizzou, has a chance to be an All-American tight end. He'll be playing in the NFL someday. Hopefully he stays all of his times at Mizzou, but he may leave early. He was named the Mackey Award winner last week, best tight end in the country. So Mizzou has some really good things going on there. Also, their game with Kansas, which was on ESPN2 on Saturday, was the highest watched game on ESPN2 in 3 years. 2 unranked teams. That shows you, I mean, it draws. It draws. So congrats to Mizzou. Congrats to that. And as I said yesterday, there's an outside shot. Outside shot. We'll see where it happens. In 2 weeks, or now it's a week and a half, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday, they may have ESPN College Football Game Day. Rumor is there's a block of hotel rooms that have been sold, or at least reserved, in Columbia by ESPN. And that's a big deal, Projo. It's a big national show. They haven't been to Columbia since 2010, when I think Missouri was 11, and they upset number 1 Oklahoma. It's a night game. It's going to be a 6 or a 6:30 start in 2 weeks for South Carolina. Mizzou's 25. I think South Carolina's ranked 11th. So lots going on there with the Tigers. Lots to get behind and get excited about as well. MIZ from Greg ZOU. Okay, a couple announcements. Maplewood has a restaurant that the New York Times is calling a top 50 restaurant in America. Tony says, by the way, I didn't give you enough time before I moved on. Mizzou will be in the top 12 after they beat the Gamecocks in 2 weeks. Mizzou plays UMass this week, and then they host South Carolina. That would be fun. We will see if they could get up that high. That's true. That could be a whole lot of fun. So the restaurant in Maplewood that has been listed as a top 50 by the New York Times is a restaurant called Robin. Robin opened up in March.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. So it opened up in March. It's on Manchester Road, 7268 Manchester in Maplewood, Missouri. And they have Midwestern cuisine revisited. So they do take reservations. And they have quite the menu. They really do. I was looking at it. I was like, oh, and I don't want to. It's a very interesting twist on food. It appears very fancy.
I'm wondering what
if you look at the website,
what Midwest food is.
And I figured you would appreciate this, being the culinary expert you are and going to culinary school. But if you check out the menu, you'll see it's like, oh, looks very, very fancy. How they put the presentation looks very good. So congrats to Robin for getting recognized by the New York Times for their restaurant. They say they're the ultimate host, chef, and diligent owner, works tirelessly to make sure that the food is delicious and consistent and that the service is warm and inviting. All right. Congrats to them for being that. Named one of the best restaurants in America.
In America or St. Louis?
No, in America.
Holy cow.
I said top 50 New York Times.
And they've only been around since March?
Yep.
Man, they've come a long way, baby.
Yep. Alex Shingles, Robin Restaurant. Alex Shingles. So congrats to Robin and Alex Shingle. Speaking of getting notoriety or getting some, let's see here. All right. Speaking of getting some notoriety, best pizza in St. Louis.
Pie.
I knew I was waiting for it. You're a pie guy.
Yeah.
Is pie still around?
I don't know. I haven't been there in a while.
Somebody let me know, and forgive me. I don't know. I didn't know if it was still open.
Man, it better be.
And the other thing, it's One Pole and Amazon Food picked out 25 cities, and then put together. What's that?
They closed.
I know. I heard that.
July of 2024.
Yeah, buddy. I guess that was really good pizza.
And there's a picture right there. There's the Kirkwood. I'm looking right at it.
Well, so they got 50. They did the 50 restaurants by the New York Times. Maplewoods, Robin gets listed. Now, when it comes to the best pizza, I'm curious if anybody has any ideas of what they might have done. Maybe I should just put it out there. On Macklin in St. Louis, they list Antonina's as the number one pizza in St. Louis. Antonina's. Has anybody had it?
Where's it at?
It's on Macklin in St. Louis.
Macklin.
2225 Macklin Avenue. Antonina's.
I'm trying to picture where Macklin's at, like what area of St. Louis.
And if anybody wants to add another pizza from the St. Louis, they can. I had my favorite, which I grew up with. And I have yet to say their name on this show when we've talked about some pizzas, because we really haven't gotten into that. But Amazon Food did this polling, and they came up with Antonina's.
So what's your favorite? I have a second.
It sits right in the Bridgeton, Maryland Heights area. Not far off of Dorset. You get the Dorset exit. You can see it right off 270. Sarah's Pizza. Sarah's is my all-time favorite. They've been around forever. If people are in the area, you know about Sarah's. And if you haven't had Sarah's, you need to go try Sarah's because it is that good. It's thin. It's amazing. The original, I mean, you walk in, the decor is still like it was when I was a little kid. When I was a kid, going to eat Sarah's Pizza. I don't know. You can get it in the stores too. I mean, I think they sell it like Schnucks or Dierberg's.
Oh, okay.
Faraci's Pizza in Ferguson gets a shout out. Okay. Fair enough. Let us know what you think.
So
Faraci's.
My second is Pantera's. I'm a deep dish person, and the Kirkwood is a deep dish meatball pizza that was at Pie. Mm-hmm. Well, the only other place that I know of that has good deep dish around here is Pantera's.
Pantera, are they still around?
In O'Fallon, yes, they are. Alive and kicking.
Pantera's, really?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Pantera's. A shout out for Pantera's. I don't remember Pantera's being so great, but I'm not going to rip them.
Man, I grew up in O'Fallon. We had Pantera's often, and like our little league would meet there. Like if we had a win, they'd have pizza and we'd play video games. I don't know. Maybe it just because I was a kid and, it was more of the actual meaning of being there, but I don't know.
That makes sense.
I've always had a thing for their deep dish.
Okay, you're allowed, my friend. You are allowed. So we're just getting some of those, it's all about St. Louis. Donna says deep dish. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, Greg says he used to work at Pantera's. There you go. Pantera's, baby. Love and life. One situation that's going on that I wanted to get into today, when it came to this whole situation, marijuana is something you know a lot about. And I'm not being stupid or trying to be funny. It's legitimate.
Right.
But now there is a situation going on with the $1 billion hemp industry. And could they face some new rules in St. Louis County? Now, St. Louis County council members are debating whether hemp-derived products that I guess maybe they can mimic marijuana, and this is where I'm going to get your opinion on all this and where you come with this, should be treated like cannabis and sold in dispensaries. So there's a proposal that would regulate hemp products made legal under a 2018 Farm Bill, which originally was meant for industrial hemp, like textiles, not products that get people high. So I asked you to check out the story, Projo, to get your opinion, because you know so much more about this than I do. But these people say there's a dangerous loophole, and a council person is saying that they're outside of any testing or labeling system, and says it's about public health and keeping kids away from packaging that looks cartoonish and appealing. I get talking about using hemp products. So where do you see this going? What makes sense to you?
Okay, so my knowledge of hemp is it contains very low amounts of THC, and what they're doing, hemp has been used for like a lot of different textiles. Like, I mean, you can make it can be used for a lot of things. It's a very sturdy material. Anyway, so what they're doing, the loophole that they're talking about, I believe, is they're adding what's called THCA to hemp and selling it as marijuana, which gives it the psychoactive. It basically replaces marijuana and puts the THC in hemp. So that's kind of the loophole, is how they, were able to do this. I will tell you that if they end up doing, like, if they end up getting rid of everything, it's gonna kill the economy in St. Louis when it comes to because I guarantee you they're making money hand over fist right now.
Who's making money hand over fist?
The government, the city of St. Louis.
On
the
what
county.
Products?
They're getting taxes from this.
Taxes from
marijuana sales.
Yes.
Yeah.
But this is about hemp.
Right, but the hemp is, like I said, that's what they're using right now. That's the catalyst, I guess.
Yeah.
For the THCA, which is, it's not THC. So that's the loophole right there.
You mean, you think that they're going to put hemp into a situation that's similar to marijuana?
I think that's what they're already doing right now.
So
They're adding the stuff that hemp doesn't have, and they're adding it slightly different than the stuff that's illegal.
Because they can make more money on taxes?
For a loophole. But, I mean, just the government makes money off of marijuana hand over fist, just in general.
Yeah, we know that.
Right. So.
Alley Cat says all smoke shops are illegally selling weed right now.
It's because of the THCA loophole, and that's what they're trying to stop. Now, as far as like the colorful packaging and everything, I completely agree with this. I've gotten some stuff in the past, like gummies and these all-in-one vapes that they have, and they are bright colors. They like the one vape that I had. It was shaped similar to a Nerds package, and it had two bright colors on it. It looked like candy. So I have expressed my concern with that in the past, and I think that is definitely something that they need to do and they need to look at. However, the hemp, like making hemp, which when it's grown in its raw form contains almost zero THC. So banning hemp itself is ridiculous because it can be used for so many other things. It's a very cheap, it's a cheap.
Have you tried hemp?
No, because it's not, if you smoke hemp, it's like smoking the leaves on this tree right outside. You're not going to get anything from it.
So then what is the appeal of hemp?
The appeal of hemp is it's something that they can take this THCA and add it to and sell it as marijuana, because hemp is a derivative, I guess.
So it's just a matter of time before this is going to be, quote, sanctioned or governed.
Right. And I think it's because hemp, I think hemp is like an innocent bystander here. It's just being used, and they're going to regulate hemp when they should be regulating the THCA, which I don't think that they can, because I don't know, somebody needs to come in. I don't know why they can't illegalize THCA. But that's why they're trying to do this. They're trying to find every way that they can to stop it. And illegalizing hemp is a huge mistake, because hemp is a very, like I said, it's a sturdy material. They're using it instead of plastic. Like, they're using it. It's a healthy alternative.
From the chat line, up until the 30s, they used hemp for rope.
Right.
How about that?
It's a very strong material. And there's people that, you can make clothing out of it. You can do a lot of things with it.
Well, we know, and we talked about it, pretty much promoted how well the marijuana industry has done in the state of Missouri, specifically St. Louis, massively well.
Yep.
And continues to do better.
And I guarantee you our economy is better because of it as well. So messing with that is going, but I agree that, things should be tested, regulated, pesticides, molds, all that should be looked into. However, messing with hemp is not the way to go.
I appreciate that. That's a great take, Bro Joe.
I really think that the concern is hemp is going to replace plastic, and I don't think they're ready for that yet. I think that that's the reason why they're going after hemp.
What
itself.
you just threw? What?
I'm telling you, there's
What?
a bigger picture to everything. There's a bigger
Not
picture
in our
to
lifetime.
everything. The hemp's been illegal for a long time. There's a lot of people that have been trying to get it legalized because they want to use it for other
Yeah,
materials.
as Alley Cat says, hemp's a textile.
Right. So that's the problem. It can replace things that they're currently using in mass production. And if hemp takes that over, it ruins those industries.
Which is why hemp's not going to take it over.
Right, because they're illegalizing it. They're regulating it.
Yep. Joe says that Joe is spot on 100%. Yeah. Instead of using opiates, I took for pain, mostly in the evening. Yeah, I know several people who do.
It is a
Better than taking the pharmaceuticals.
a much
100%.
Much healthier alternative.
And it makes sense. It does. It makes 100% sense when you consider all those things.
Mm-hmm.
Great explanation, Pro Joe, from the chat line.
Thank you.
Sarah says, so if hemp is used to make clothes, what does that have to do with THCA?
That's exactly my point. They're putting the THCA in the hemp to make it marijuana, and then
who puts it in there?
The manufacturer, the people who are actually making it. They take the THCA and then they put it into the hemp to make it smokable, and then they and what they're trying to do is regulate the hemp and not the THCA, because they can't legally regulate THCA.
So then, is it not natural anymore?
That's debatable.
That's what I would think.
Right. That's
okay,
debatable.
It's now become manufactured.
Right. Now I don't know where I don't know where THCA comes from. I don't know how it was discovered, invented, or whatever. That's the gray area with me. So
okay. Well, fair enough. We appreciate it. Thanks for the update there. And those are going on. We'll continue to follow that story all throughout St. Louis County and what the council is trying to do, and the hemp shops. Obviously, the hemp shops don't want to be regulated like this.
Oh, of course not.
They've already got a tough battle uphill.
And they already know
marijuana.
Right. And they already know what they're up against. They already know why they're doing it. So hopefully they have good defense on it.
No, I understand. Totally makes sense. We appreciate it. This is Arch City Now. That's Pro Joe. I'm Vic Faust. By the way, had a lot of people. I had 6 or 7 responses right after the show yesterday, thanking Judge Michael Randazzo, the circuit judge who came on yesterday and talked about his family's mafia ties growing up and this new book that we had. People loved that interview. Loved hearing a judge come out to talk about his book that is going to be out. And you can get it as an ebook right now. Presiding Over Shadows, From Chaos to Order in the Court. I mean, just a phenomenal book, even talking about sexual assault and the mafia and what happened to his mom. And that's why he became a judge. You'll want to check it out. He didn't give away the whole book, but the mafia in St. Louis, just some very, very interesting stories. I'll definitely be checking that out to do that. Alley Cat says THCA doesn't have psychoactive effects unless it's decarboxylized. Did I say that correctly?
Decarbed, yeah. they call it short for,
Decarbed is easier than saying decarboxylized.
Yeah.
Yeah, the dispensaries are everywhere. New store popping up every week. It's because there's a desire, a want. People see a need. That's why it's been huge business in the state of Missouri since its onset. We are Arch City now. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back again. We'll wrap up a lot of the stories from today. If you're just joining us, anything else you want to throw out there, let us know. I did want to get into this story. They're not local, but just wait to hear how long it's been since a family has birthed a girl. All they've had is boys for a long, long time. It'll blow your mind how long. Many decades. We'll get to that story, plus everything else that's happening. This is Arch City Now, all things St. Louis all the time on X, YouTube, and Facebook. Jump in on the podcast platform as well. Let's talk about it, plus any of the stories we've been talking about today. We are your Lou Information Station, live and on demand at louinfo.com.
This hour of content on the Lou Information Station is brought to you by Grandpa Pigeons, Johnny Mac's Sporting Goods, and Becky's Carpet and Tile Superstore.
Hey, see that, kids? That's the St. Louis Arch, the gateway to the west.
The Lou Information Station, where we'll always call it Highway 40 or Highway 40 if you're a boomer.
The St. Louis expression?
Stream our content 24/7 at louinfo.com. The Lou Information Station.
Lunchtime just got a whole lot better at Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. From mouthwatering wraps to loaded quesadillas to bold flavor-packed sandwiches, Hot Shots has something fresh every single day, along with your favorite wings, burgers, and pizza that you know and love. And don't sleep on those Hot Shots tacos. Plus, if you gotta be in and out quick for lunch, Hot Shots has you covered every day, starting at $11. Find your nearest Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill now at hotshotsnet.com. That's hotshotsnet.com.
Buddy.
What do you say, buddy?
Man, life comes at you fast. 1 minute you're cruising home, the next flashing lights in your rear view.
And that's when you need backup. With the Legal Buddy app, you can connect to a local attorney in seconds.
Seconds? Not waiting days for a callback?
Nope, right away. DWI, car accident, criminal charge, traffic ticket, Legal Buddy's got your back.
So it's like having a lawyer in your pocket.
Exactly. Someone ready to step in the moment you need them, no matter the situation.
That's peace of mind.
That's Legal Buddy.
We're always going to be buddies, right?
All right, where do I get this?
Just download the Legal Buddy app at legalbuddyapp.com. Register and use code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
Nice. Tickets, accidents, legal trouble, you're covered.
The Legal Buddy app, always on your side. Download it today. Enter code LEGAL for your chance to win a $250 Amazon gift card.
But you don't get much better than this.
Yep.
LouInfo.com news headlines. Brought to you by Brown and Crouppen, 222-2222.
This is your LouInfo.com news update. St. Louis Metropolitan Police used DNA evidence to positively identify a man 5 years after his body was found. The body was found in the river at Chippewa Street in South St. Louis on July 17th, 2020. The body was just identified as 42-year-old Jeremy Clemens. They're still investigating it as a suspicious death. A woman whom investigators believe killed her husband in Jefferson County was found dead along Highway WW in Dittmer. Deputies had been looking for Stacey J. Malcolm since August 30th when her husband was found dead in his home. Washington University in St. Louis has plans to transform the historic Goodwill complex into a startup hub for bioscience. A $100 million project known as Catalyst will include a renovated 7-story building with a new 4-story addition. C2N Diagnostics will serve as the anchor tenant. Angela Beer-Free is accused of defrauding the state of more than $21,000 in food stamp benefits between 2022 and 2024. For the Lou Information Station, 24/7 at louinfo.com. I'm Jen Austin.
Info.com weather presented by STL Sports Central. St. Louis sports anytime, anywhere.
Here's your LouInfo.com weather update. Not much going on across our area for the next few days. Things look fair, but the temperatures will be getting pretty hot. High pressure overhead, sunny today, upper 80s on the high. It'll be clear overnight with mid-60s, and it will break into the low 90s with sunshine on Thursday, low 90s, and sunny again on Friday. I'm meteorologist Steve Hamilton for the Lou Information Station, streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey everyone, Cam Jan Hansen here to tell you about the experts at Fast Signs in Earth City. Fast Signs can handle any and all of your business visibility needs, from traditional signs and graphics to digital to core graphics and anything in between. Fast Signs in Earth City has you covered. The station uses them, the Blues use them, and you will love the work they do. Call 314-344-4400 for your custom signage needs today. That's Fast Signs in Earth City. 314-344-4400.
STL Sports Central is St. Louis's first all-digital sports network, and it's easy to find on YouTube. Catch the Randy Carricker Show featuring Brooke Grimsley Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. Videos and written content from Bernie Nicholas, Card Central 365 every day, plus post-game shows after every St. Louis sports team plays. It's all at your fingertips on YouTube and online at stlsportscentral.com. Check it out.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision. It should not be based solely on advertisements.
Not sure how to get a lawyer after an accident? Call Brown and Crouppen. We'll walk you through it. Worried it'll cost too much? Here's a fact. At Brown and Crouppen, you pay nothing up front, and we never get paid unless you do. When you're our client, you'll have all your questions answered, all for free. Hurt? Get the facts and help you need. Call Brown and Crouppen now.
Back to more of Arch City Now with Vic Faust on the Lou Information Station. Streaming 24/7 at louinfo.com.
Hey guys, welcome back to the show. Appreciate it. We began talking the show today. So I was getting up saying, how's your boy doing? Talking about what you can be allergic to, what can happen. Didn't get much sleep last night. Son was eating in a restaurant he normally does, and just something happened where he had an allergic reaction. Eating food, fries that he's eaten before.
That is a good point. It's a place
like,
that you
wait
guys,
a second.
You guys go there frequently, and this
Yes.
has never happened before. That is definitely very strange.
So it was a popular topic in our first hour. What happened? What's going on? When it comes to allergies, are you a family? Excuse me. Are you a family that deals with things? Are you trying to, deal with allergic reactions to your kids? What have you noticed? All of those things that are going on. It was just bizarre. It's like we've dealt with allergies, and my son has dealt with allergic reactions his whole life. Then it's like, and he doesn't complain. He knows, he deals with this stuff. And then all of a sudden he's like, Dad, I think we need to go to the ER. And I'm like, oh my God. Because what happens is his lips started to swell up. Then they started to go back down. Then the throat starts to contract. But St. Luke's ER was great. They were great.
Yeah.
And of course, it's one of those things that happens in life. It's like you're racing there, driving my son's car because his car was there. It's like, just grab yours. I'm in the back. Racing there. You pull up. We will roll inside. It's like I can't keep my car where I had it because I got him in fast. Then I'm like, I race back out and I open the car door, but I don't realize I don't have the keys.
Oh, God.
He's got them. Alarm starts going off. Inside the echoey of the ER, nobody else. And it's like, oh my God. Then I'm sprinting back in to get the keys. We've all had those types of days, right? Those things happen.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, if you want to share any of what you're allergic to, if you've noticed you've gotten allergic to something more over the years, because these were fries that he's had before, cooked in oil that he has had before. The only thing that we could tell is there was a lot more seasoning, but even the seasoning was pepper, garlic, and Lawry's. So I was like, well, I wonder what kind of Lawry's. If maybe it was the seasoning, the spice.
There might have been something on the table. Something could have cross-contaminated somehow, some way, by accident. It happens not frequently, but freakishly. And it sometimes just happens,
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it. Yeah, so he's doing good. Greg says, I wonder if it was a change in the potatoes. Good point. I don't, but they get their food from the same vendor all the time.
Yeah. Unless the vendor changed something, that's always a possibility as well.
With a potato though, but he's never, potatoes are one of the things he can eat.
Right.
Thank God. He's like, Dad, at least I'm not like my friend. I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, one of his friends is allergic to gluten and dairy. And I'm like, oh my Lord. He's like, I'm like, what does he eat? He's like, he can eat steak and rice and steak and chicken. I was like, okay, and vegetables.
Right.
But yeah, that's great when you want to get it later in life, but when you're trying to put on weight and you're a football player and you burn a lot of calories, it's like, come on.
If I were a betting man, I would bet that something was fried in that oil that didn't agree with him. And that happens very, very often in fast food or like restaurants or fast food restaurants.
Yeah, now it's like, okay, you just have to continue to ask and figure out, okay, what's going on?
Yeah.
We see it all happen. 7:38 is our time. Glad you're with us for Art City Now right now. Thank you for watching. If you want to jump in the show, you can do that through Facebook, X, and YouTube. Once again, Facebook, X, and YouTube. Let us know what's going on. If you want to give shout outs, if you want to let us know about an event that's coming up, just promote something. We love it. That's what this show's all about. And of course, you can do that.
Well, going back to the allergies for a second.
Sure.
I used to be extremely allergic, like to poultry, like I was saying earlier, but I also, every spring, I would be miserable. Every fall, I would be miserable. And that is all cleared up in my, so I don't know if it's growing out of it or if there's any link between I stopped getting flu shots and stuff like that. So things just kind of cleared up.
How long ago was that?
That I stopped doing the flu shots and stuff.
Oh, so it was you and the flu shots.
Well, so any kind of like, anytime I go into the doctor's office, they're like, oh, we got flu shot. And I always turn it down, or any kind of like vaccine or anything. And it's just because I let my immune system fight it. That's just always been my belief. I don't have anything against vaccines. However, I don't know if there's any link between me stopping doing that and my allergies clearing up.
Yeah, not to get into the political side of things.
Right. I'm not trying to be political at all. I'm just my personal experience.
No, I was going to add something.
Okay.
The doctor wanted to know whether he had his COVID shots. And I'm like, what does that have to do with anything? And I'm like, I'm thinking to myself when she was, I'm like, why would she ask that?
Maybe she wanted to give him a COVID shot.
I don't know. And then I'm like, either that, if he hadn't have had it, or is it a situation where that affects things?
Right.
But I was so tired. It was late. I'm like, I'm not even going to get into that. But
I do hear that ERs can give you a COVID shot without you knowing it now. Under certain circumstances.
Maybe. I could see that. From the chat line, Greg says, potatoes are a nightshade plant. People with sensitivities to nightshades may need to avoid them, particularly those with inflammatory conditions. They may find that the nightshades trigger their symptoms. In these cases, alternatives like sweet potatoes or mushrooms can be considered. Yeah, but he's eaten potatoes his whole life.
Right. That's why
potatoes has not been an issue.
That's why I'm saying
no issue whatsoever.
If I was a betting man, it would be the fry. Because if he was eating the fries, it has to be something that it's fried.
Yeah, so you just don't know. I mean, people deal with some of these things, and we've had people sharing their experiences.
Right.
Beef tallow, baby.
Mm-hmm.
I wish everybody cooked in beef tallow.
Yeah, that.
So beef tallow, it's pretty. That is by far the safest. Right? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah. Beef tallow, when it comes, it's healthiest too. Like it is literally healthier for you. Yeah.
I'm suspect of all the oil of the fries that they're cooked in. Mm-hmm. Maybe a perfume someone was wearing. Have you recently changed the laundry detergent? This was eating.
Definitely eating.
Yeah. And from a great place where we always go.
Right.
I'm curious how much more beef tallow costs.
That's something he should look into and just look into it just to see how much more or less it could be. I'm sure he probably knows though.
I don't know. It's so new.
True. Well, they used to fry everything in beef tallow back in when McDonald's first started.
Did they really?
Yeah. McDonald's used to use beef tallow back then.
From the chat line, Outback, if you check out Outback uses beef tallow. I had no idea.
Now, here we go again. You have to be careful when you use beef tallow. You have to get it without, there's a certain chemical that they put in there to deodorize it that causes cancer. So You can use, you could use beef
So
tallow.
now we're damned if we do, damned if we don't.
No, you have to use 100% beef tallow, not the stuff that they add stuff to make it odorless and all that good stuff.
Interesting.
You have to use 100% beef tallow.
Okay. I gotcha. Man. 7:43 is the time. It's Art City now, trying to learn all these things and people texting and giving the ideas, which we were talking about. A couple updates. Cardinals lost last night 5-3 to the Mariners. Second straight loss. They're 2 games under 500. They're just kind of limping towards the end of this season. Be better when it ends. Blues, though, better news. Their first preseason game is just 10 days away. September 20th, they play in Dallas. The Blues will be back. That'll be a big ticket this year, especially if they look as good as we saw them start to play towards the end of last season. Give you some hope. And St. Louis City SC hasn't had a great soccer season. As fun as it can be to go watch soccer, it just has not worked out so well so far. So that is what it is. Mizzou football, Bo Perbula, their quarterback, is now being put in early Heisman talk. And he was also the Maxwell Player of the Week last week. Their tight end, Brett Norfleet from O'Fallon, Missouri, went to St. Joseph Cottleville, then Francis Howell. He won the award for the best tight end last week. Had a couple touchdowns, terrific game. Good to see the local kid doing extremely well. A couple St. Mary's kids also starring for Missouri. It's just good to see these kids from the St. Louis area starring for Mizzou, just like they did last year with Brady Cook and year before that with Cody Schrader and Luther Burden. Just fun to see the local St. Louis kids doing great for Mizzou, who's rolling right along right now. And by the way, that Mizzou-Kansas game was the most watched football game on ESPN2 in 3 years. So far, so good. The Tigers host UMass this week, and then in 2 weeks, they will be hosting South Carolina. It's a night game, 6 or 6:30. And there is an outside shot. ESPN College Game Day could be in Mizzou, or could be in Columbia for the Mizzou game. Now, South Carolina plays Vanderbilt this week. Vanderbilt is a good team. Different, better. Vanderbilt should have beat Missouri last year. They should have. Missouri found a way to win, thank God. But now, if South Carolina wins that game, I think there's at least a 50% chance. Mizzou gets College Game Day in Columbia for the first time in 15 years. And that could be a big thing. Good thing. Not only for Columbia, for Mizzou, just alumni, you name it. And of course, we all know the St. Louis area big about Mizzou, which is why we're talking about it. So all good in the hood. Couple other shout outs we were talking about earlier. The CEO from eBay says every home has at least between $3,000 and $4,000 worth of items that can be sold on eBay right now. Go look. I don't know if you believe that or not. Check it out. Maybe you can make some quick cash from that standpoint. Robin, the restaurant in Maplewood, opened back in March, fairly new, has been named a top 50 restaurant in America by the New York Times. I was looking at their website. Looks very nice. You can check that out. Also, Anthonino's on Macklin has been voted best pizza in the state of Missouri, in the city of Missouri, by Amazon Food and OnePoll. Don't know if you guys agree with that or not, but there you go. It is what it is. Also, as we continue, love Saturday mornings with College Game Day. MIZZOU coming from Tony on the chat line. Of course, you can always jump in on Facebook, X, and YouTube. And I thought this was really, really, really cool. And I don't know what dynamics you guys have in your family. We were talking about allergies earlier, and we got 3 kids, we have a girl and 2 boys. The first 2, a boy and a girl, no allergies ever. Ever. And then all of a sudden the third one gets everything. And it's like, what? How did this happen? Another question that makes you wonder how things have happened, down in Texas, Montgomery County, for more than 100 years, all the children born into their family have been boys. 108 years of boys.
That lineage is not going away anytime soon.
No girls. Michael Sherman Jr. is a firefighter, and his wife were literally surrounded by generations of family Sunday when they found out they're expecting their first girl. 108 years of boys. They said it's like a monumental thing. I have 3 boys. My dad had 2 boys. Brother had 2 boys. Boys, boys, boys. Never a girl.
That girl's going to be like a royalty in that family.
You think? That's exactly what's coming. The family says the last girl to carry the Sherman name was Ora Bell Sherman, born in 1917. She was the younger brother of Michael Sherman's great uncle. Holy moly. 108 years of one sex.
It's a whole century.
Over a century.
Right.
Isn't that a phenomenal story?
Yeah. Yeah, if that girl is not treated like royalty, they're doing something wrong.
We jump around from topics because of the chat line. We like to get your comments out there, as we say. It's what we promote. Donna says, yay. Yay. Also, this past Sunday was Grandparents' Day. Congrats to the grandparents. Greg says also, just read that some people can become allergic to potatoes. Okay. Rub a potato on the skin. If the skin reacts or your body does, then you can tell.
That's a good point. Go get one of the frozen fries from there and have him rub it on his skin and see if it's not the potato.
No way.
I mean,
I'm not believing it's a potato.
Well, neither am I. However, it's a good way to find out if it was the oil or the potato.
I know. Does anybody have any stories similar? Know that in the St. Louis area or anywhere, boys or girls for generations. I've never heard this story before. And I know it's not in St. Louis, but I still thought it was apropos to bring up 108 years of boys.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's some strong DNA.
What are the you have a better chance of winning the lotto, don't you?
Right.
Than 100 straight years of boys. And they finally get a girl.
I wonder how many boys were born in that family in that time.
It looked like there were, I don't know, like 17, 16 maybe. I mean, what are the chances?
Wow.
Boys, and more boys. The Shermans down in Montgomery. It was Montgomery County, Texas. It's very cool to see something like that. And then that little girl, oh my gosh. What a little angel baby that will be coming up. And then a story I didn't have a chance to get to yet today. And I got to promote our own. And you guys can continue to chat in the People's Podcast platform. We'll get to it. Southern Illinois University, SIUE, on the Edwardsville campus, their enrollment is up 7.7%. That's massive in this day and age. 5.5% just with the undergraduates. So obviously, it just shows that their value of their degree is still seen as good. People are still going there. They've had 12,800 students active on campus just in the last 3 weeks. They also thought that maybe the school's first NCAA basketball tournament appearance this last year got them a lot more hype because people started to learn about the name. I've always said sports helps school enrollment. Look at Alabama. Football program was dominant for people start checking out Alabama. They love the Southern culture, the school. It can help. No doubt about it. But they eliminated some majors and minors and programs last year. They said that it allowed the school to evaluate, evolve, and grow more with some modern times. But people are considering SIUE now more so than ever before. Maybe money, but still at the same point in time, you have to have the proper degree programs. There has to be something there on campus that people get excited about, or they're not going to want to come spend their time, live in the area, or spend the money. So I thought that was pretty interesting. Talking about 3 or 4 different storylines that are going on, chat line people coming in. My daughter was the first girl in 30 years. That's pretty impressive too. He says, but damn, 100 years? Try 108 years. Almost 11 decades of no girl in their family. And now they have one. Also, coming from Donna, I am now allergic to dairy. I was never allergic to dairy before. And now I have to have lactose-free ice cream. Sorry about that. That sucks.
See, now, are you allergic in the way that it makes your throat swell, or are you allergic in the way that most people are when they say that they're lactose intolerant?
Well, I noticed there are certain things that I'm trying to remember what drink it was. There was something in, what was it? It was like an apple cider beer. I used to like, and I would drink it, and then I started sneezing all the time as soon as I would drink it. And I'm like, okay, I think I'm allergic to this. I would just start to sneeze.
Trying to think of what would be in that, other
But
than
sneezing
maybe
would be,
pollen or something.
wouldn't sneezing kind of be, wouldn't that be a sign? A symptom?
Yeah, it would definitely mean that there's something that your body's trying to reject.
Yeah. So I stopped it. I'm like, okay, just got away from it.
Yeah.
But I noticed that I would, whenever I would have that.
I wonder what's in there.
So yeah, we talked about it. People can develop allergies, and also, as I'm hopeful, prayerful, that somehow, some way, my son will lose his nut allergy. I know that's crazy, or it may sound crazy, but I'm hopeful. Because everywhere he goes, everything he has to do, it's like he has to look at packages. What does it have on it? And everything is freaking made with peanuts or in a peanut factory. You name it. Peanuts.
Nut
Something
allergies,
peanuts.
they're the worst. They are.
Yeah. Yeah, they are.
Nut allergies, yeah.
And they were never so common except until the last 20 years. They just weren't. They were not as common as they are now.
I wonder if it has anything to do with the way that they grow or produce the peanuts. Because if it wasn't happening 20 years before, then something has changed.
I can't disagree. Can't disagree at all with any of that. Makes total sense. I know. Gosh, this show rolls by every day. 2 fast hours. You guys make it go by fast. Thank you so much for jumping in the chat line. Just tell one person to come in and join us every day. And we'll continue to grow the show. Grateful for you guys jumping in. Once again, thankful to Judge Michael Randazzo. We got about a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, that went by fast.
Yeah, about 45 seconds, actually.
All right. For Projo, I'm Vic Faust. This is Art City Now. We are your Lou information station.
Oh, wait. I'm sorry. A minute and 40. Sorry.
So what's the time now?
About a minute and a half.
All right. Now I get to sing and dance. Tell jokes.
Sorry, everybody.
Greg says the vaccine rabbit hole causing allergies. I know. It's
all they have to do is add a protein of whatever
Donna says her allergy with ice cream now, dairy, it's not respiratory.
Okay, so it's lactose intolerant, and that's I've developed that as well.
Yeah, a lot of people can deal with that, unfortunately. Cardinals play their final game in Seattle today. We'll get into that as well. It is Wednesday. It's going to be a beautiful day throughout the St. Louis area again, warm. And then we have about 7 straight days of over 90 degrees. Summer's here through the 22nd. Enjoy it. And of course, as we always say, be kind and try to have an awesome day. And that does it for us today. By the way, the new Girl Scout cookie is a s'mores cookie. A s'mores like that.
Oh, okay.
So they've got kind of a s'mores cookie-esque type of deal.
We got to get to the rock story tomorrow.
We'll get to the rock tomorrow. For Projo, I'm Vic Faust. We are your Lou information station, live and on demand at louinfo.com. We are Art City Now. Hot Take Central 2.0 with Cam Jansen, the former St. Louis Blue, and Jim the Cat Hayes is coming up next. Have a great Wednesday.
The Maddie Festival and Conference is back. September 12th through the 14th in the Grand Center Arts District. 3 days, 15 stages, and more than 100 performances. Featuring legends Common and Pete Rock, Patti LaBelle, and De La Soul. Also R&B stars Lucky Day, Leon Thomas, and Leela James. Jazz greats Branford Marsalis, Pedrito Martinez, and the Baylor Project. And of course, funk masters John Medeski, the SOS Band, and